see how it, if I just want to go right through here, this middle row right here, see what that's like. Not bad. And today we got the Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited. That's a very popular selection that a lot of people like to choose from. So that's the reason why we're doing this video today. And this is going to be a super detailed review. I'm going to start with the inside because it's getting a little bit toasty out here. But first, I'm going to drink myself a little bit of my spirulina. Now, for those of you who don't know, I got another YouTube channel that I work on. It's pretty much my main YouTube channel. It's still under Slay Edge Media, but it's Slay Edge Media Fruit Health, or at Slay Edge Media Official. And on that channel, I talk about health and fitness. So if you don't understand the terms like alkaline diet versus acidic, pH levels, H3O2, anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer foods, or if you're just overweight and you want to find some simple free ways to lose weight, then I suggest you check out my other YouTube channel. This green stuff right here is called spirulina. And spirulina is known to improve gut health, brain health. It's filled with amino acids and it's got more protein than any meat in the world. I've already explained it on my other YouTube channel. So if you want more information, go and check that channel out. But I digress. Let's get a little toasty out here. So I'm gonna start off with the inside of the vehicle. All right, time to get this thing started. You see that right there? It's got that nice illuminated, fully digital display right there. That's what comes with the Limited. So this display right here allows you to see everything that goes on inside the car, all the little adjustments that you make if you decide to change your mode. It allows you to see the height of the suspension, etc., etc. Also, you can see your FM, AM. Now check that out. I like the way that that looks. See, we're gonna get a little bit more detailed in this in a second, but look at the inside of this thing. This thing is actually really, really nice. Got the wood-looking material on here. I'm not sure if this is actually real wood right here, but you know, it still looks nice, you know? So that's what you get really most. You get a really, really nice interior. Look at the stitching right here. Soft touch armrest right here and a nice white stitching right here. I'm liking the color schemes right here. And I like how inside here, it's not like a crazy overkill on the gloss. Now this being the Limited, it's just below being the top level version of the Grand Cherokee. And the Limited is one of the most popular trims that's available for this vehicle as well. On my previous video, I did a side-by-side comparison inside and outside of the top-of-the-line Grand Wagoneer Series 3 and the Grand Cherokee Summit. Those are both top-of-the-line versions. So if you want to know what this vehicle looks like in the top-of-the-line trim with the crazy interior seats, the nice textured wood grain and the crazy moonroof, as well as all the other features like the adjustable, adaptable suspension, I suggest you go and check out that video, because just at first glances, I can already tell that there's a few things that you get with the other one that you don't get with this one, because the Limited trim isn't the top of the line. And the Summit isn't readily available in the 3-row Jeep Grand Cherokee like this one is. So you got the nice 10-inch display right here. It's pretty responsive, very nice, clean, crisp looking display. You can come here and look at all the apps, vehicle settings, you know, you got your rear cameras and everything. You got a couple of driver assist buttons up here. You got your climate control buttons right here. So you got actual buttons, and you can also adjust some of the stuff inside here. Now this is a 2023, and this is the first year that the 3-row Jeep Grand Cherokee is actually available. Before there was never 3 rows, only 2 rows. I remember a time when the push button start was the newest thing. Now it seems like the new thing that's trending between different brands is instead of the hand shifter being here anymore or having one here, now you just got like either a knob right here or you just got like a button or something. So it makes it real easy to shift gears and everything. I like the way that that looks. If I go to my rear view camera right there, you can see it's pretty clean right there, pretty clear looking. And you got different perspectives. You can change the front, back. You can also change the wideness of the angle. See, if I look in the back, there's extra wide versus a little bit more narrow. So you got a lot of adjustability with your screen and your cameras up here. You got heated and cooled seats, heated steering wheel. I've already tested them out and I know that they work really good. They work pretty quickly as well. And check this out, if you get inside the car and it's freezing cold, your heated steering wheel and your heated seats can be automatically on if you want them to. Another thing, you got a phone charger down here, 2 USBs and USB-Cs, as well as a regular auxiliary cord for, you know, for people who don't want to use the Bluetooth, as well as a DC plug in there. Another thing I like about this vehicle is you can change modes for sand, snow, auto, sport. Now on the Summit, there was another knob on the side over here where you could manually choose the height that you want the vehicle to be in. But at the same time, when you switch modes, the suspension would change. Now we're going to find out whether on the Limited, if that's available as well, because I want to know if the height is adjustable on this vehicle as well, the same way how it is on the Summit. So I'm in park right now. I'm going to put it in sport. Let's see what happens here. It doesn't seem like it says anything about height adjusting or anything, because on the Summit, when you adjust the height, it shows that your height is adjusting. It tells you everything right here. So when you go to, that's the reason why I have it set on this screen, because it says terrain status, because it tells you everything about the vehicle, what's going on. So when the vehicle lowers, it says on this side, aerodynamics increase, as well as lowered vehicle, etc., etc. And when I switch it to sand mud, it'll say traction control off and the vehicle raises up. Or if you put it in snow, it'll say traction control on, and the vehicle be lifted, and it's pretty cool. But it looks like this one doesn't have that. So it still comes with some nice quality seats in here. Now these ones don't have that crazy quilted like diamond pattern design like the other one did have, but this is still pretty nice looking right here. I mean, it's got the white trim going on here, and it's still nice and comfortable, but that Summit gives you an extra little edge. To get a full understanding of what that vehicle is like, I suggest you check out my other video, on the comparison video of the Jeep Grand Cherokee and the Jeep Grand Wagoneer. Both of them top of the line. All right, so I'm about to check out the rest of this vehicle, hop in the back seat, see what that's like, let you guys see everything else that's in there. But before I go, I gotta drink the rest of my spirulina because I need that brain boost to get me going. Pre-workout and post-workout, I like to have myself some spirulina. Spirulina is bomb. There we go. Some people are against it because of the flavor, but most things that are really, really good for you usually don't taste that good anyway. Gotta change your perspective. That's the kind of stuff we talk about on my channel, on my other channel, but I digress. Now look at this door. This is a nice door. Like it's not the most crazy, luxurious door like how it was in the Summit, but it's still really nice. It's got this nice looking wood looking trim right here, as well as you got this nice little white trim going out through the whole vehicle. You got the trim right here on the seats. You got the trim right here on the seats. It looks pretty nice going around there. And it stands out nice and poppy, nice and vibrant looking. And these seats are nice and cushy too. This is a nice comfortable seat, a nice soft comfortable seat. And check out the back seat. Now these back seats, they still come with the nice little sunshade in case you live in one of them states where you can't get blackout tint like how you can here in Arizona, but that's okay. That's what they got this for. And I like these. I like this little feature right here. It adds a little extra darkness and privacy. Go ahead and hop in the back seat. All right, just sitting behind myself, I got plenty of space. It feels pretty good back here. And actually, the one thing I like about the Grand Cherokee is these seats are reclinable right here in the middle. I like that. These little back seats right here. I like that. Even in just the 2-row version, these little back seats right here are reclinable. So this being the version with the 2 seats in the middle opposed to having 3 seats in the middle, you get a nice little armrest right here, nice little trendy little armrest right here. It feels nice and comfy back here. Hold on, let me see. I mean, I could, if I was in the back here, if I was back here going on a road trip, I think I could fall asleep back here. This is actually pretty comfortable. I know a lot of vehicles, when you sit in the second row, it's not as comfortable, but this one actually feels pretty good. And you see I'm sitting behind myself. I still got plenty of space right here. That's pretty good. And now back here, you got your own little climate control for the back seat, so it's completely adjustable from the back seat. You can adjust the temperature. It doesn't have no big old fancy screen. The only vehicle I've seen from Jeep that has a big old fancy screen in the back is going to be the Grand Wagoneer. The Series 3 has like a pretty big screen back here. For the version with the 2 seats in the middle, you got the big screen right here on like the center console thing right here. So it's like a big old screen. It's kind of like similar to how it is in the Tesla Model S with the insane mode. And in traditional Jeep style, it's got this stretchable back pocket right here behind the back seats. Something I'm a fan about as far as the climate control back here, I like how the vents are right here. You see that right there? So it kind of like goes right on you. And I also like how on the bigger ones, the bigger 3 rows, there's a vent up here. You get that in the Grand Wagoneer. But I think I'm about ready to hop in this back seat and see what that's like. See how it, if I just want to go right through here, this middle row right here, see what that's like. Not bad. So of course, on a 3-row like this back seat isn't going to be as comfortable for someone like me, being a 6 foot tall grown man. The back seat back here is a little bit more ideal for someone like a child or something. So if you got like small kids or just one person, you've got extra people, just maybe one grown up could get back here for a long ride. Not saying that 2 couldn't get back here, but you don't have as much leg room. You're gonna have to sit back here with your knees up here a little bit, But you got a cup holder here, a USB-C and a regular USB, and I like how the vents are right here, so for that little air going. It goes straight to my face. That's nice. Got a little light right here, just in case I need to read my book right here at nighttime, you know. On an iPad, of course. You know, nobody reads paper books no more, except me. Sitting back here is actually pretty decent. You know, it's not the best backseat I've ever sat in. The backseat in the Grand Wagoneer is a little bit better. You notice I keep dropping hints about that car. You should check out that video. It's a good comparison video. Now, if I'm in the backseat, to hop out, all you gotta do is hit this little lever right here. Boom. Push that up, slide it, open the door, and hop on out. Woo. Now going to the back seat, push a little button right there. The back opens up by itself automatically. You see, I got my tripod back here. Got a little storage container down here. You got your jack right there. 2 extra little storage cubbies right there. And to close, all you gotta do is push this button right here. Push that, step out of the way. Automatic tailgate closes automatically. Let's look at the outside real quick. This vehicle comes standard with 20-inch wheels. It's got 4x4. It's got that nice new sleek look that comes on these new Jeep Grand Cherokees. It very closely resembles the Grand Wagoneer, but on a smaller scale. Nice LED strip on the headlight right there. Good size wheels. Got blacked out trim on the bottom, a little chrome on top, a little chrome on the roof. Little roof racks in case you got some bags or something you need to put there. It's got everything you need. So I looked at the outside, inside enough. It's time for the drive. All right, I'm about to go take this thing for a spin. First, I'm gonna start off in sport mode. It's already in sport mode, so let's get on the road. And before I get going, for anybody who's curious about the 4xe version of the Jeep Grand Cherokee, I've done a review of that car as well, so I suggest you check it out if you're interested. Spin the knob, put it in drive. Remember, this is 4x4. Now, this one comes with the 3.6 liter V6 engine, naturally aspirated, but they do have that Hurricane engine, and I'm curious to know if they're ever gonna come out with a SRT replacement like they used to have for the Jeep Grand Cherokee until they upgraded to this new Jeep Grand Cherokee, you know, with the new body style, the new design. This is slightly tweaked from the old Jeep Grand Cherokee. There's no more SRT anymore. So I'm wondering if they ever decide to come out with a more modern version of, say, like the Trackhawk again, I bet it's gonna have that Hurricane engine, the 500 horsepower Hurricane engine. And if anything, I bet it's gonna be a more tweaked and tuned version of that engine. So it's gonna have way more than 500 horsepower. Well, let's go. Okay. So I can definitely tell the difference as far as the way that it drives compared to the 2-row Jeep Grand Cherokee with the same engine and the 3-row Jeep Grand Cherokee, because in sport mode, the 2-row felt a little bit more peppy. Though at the same time, I did step on it a little bit more. There we go. So one thing that's different, so on sport mode, the RPMs do stay up a little bit. And when I did rev it out a little bit, I was able to feel the power. So after revving it out a little bit, I can tell that it's trying to go as fast as the 2-row, but it's just not capable. It's just a little bit bigger vehicle. It's slightly longer than the 2-row Grand Cherokee. So weight, geometry of the vehicle is just a little bit different. So I wonder what happens if I put it in sand mud. Up here it says traction control off. All the extra little features, traction control off, aggressive shifting. So that's what happens with sand mud mode. You know, it's got that nice new car feeling. It feels nice and, you know, stable, new compared to the older Jeeps. I remember I had a friend who had an older Jeep Grand Cherokee when it had the 5.0 version on it. That thing was, oof. That thing was not fun to drive. So it feels good. Feels nice and stable. If I go this way, you don't really feel too much difference with the suspension. It seems like it's just traction control off and aggressive shifting. So it's like more like the differences with the differential and your driving ability for the traction and your shifting and everything. That's what's going to be different about it. So let's switch to snow. Snow, traction control on. Traction control back on, slippery conditions. So it's another thing. It's just small little tweaks within the differential settings, right? But on the Summit, the height of the vehicle changes and everything. That's dope. When I put it back on auto, it says automatic full-time 4-wheel drive, adapts to road conditions. So it's all about just differences within like the differential and the way that it shifts and the way that it handles the traction that's going underneath the vehicle. But one thing I really like, I really suggest you check out my other video that I did on the Summit. That one has the adjustable suspension as well. The 4xe had the adjustable suspension as well. That one you could bring up and down, so that was pretty cool. That's one thing I really like that about that vehicle for sure. Like I said, this has a naturally aspirated 3.6 liter V6 engine. So I'm gonna take this back to my little spot and we're gonna pop the hood. So here's the full layout for the vehicle. Like I said, 3.6 liter V6, 8-speed automatic, 10-inch screen, but the base price is $51. And after all the little extras on there, $59. So yes, I know all the vehicles prices have gone up ever since, like 2020. Like the price of everything has gone up. That's just the world we live in today. But let's go ahead and pop that hood and check out this engine. So something I like about it is one hand, simple, easy. You just put a little thing and it's got the little hydraulic little springs on the side. V6, 3.6 liter V6, naturally aspirated engine. You'll see this engine across a lot of different platforms. Something I'm surprised this one don't got the engine cover, the little goofy Jeep engine cover that you see on every single other one of them. So lucky you get to see it today. And look at this. It's a good, clean, reliable engine. It gives you enough power to get the job done. It's just over 300 horsepower, but there's a big aftermarket, for these kind of engines, So overall, the 3-row Jeep Grand Cherokee is a pretty nice vehicle. It's kind of like a Dodge Durango, but a little bit more luxury, Now, who is this vehicle for? This is for someone who wants off-road capable Jeep, but you don't plan on doing no really serious off-road type stuff. This is more like, you can go a little bit off-roading, like if you got snow on the road, or if you're going to drive in the sand a little bit, drive on the beach or something like that, and you want to bring the family with you, because it's got 3 rows. You can get kids in the back. Those back seats can collapse, just in case you just want extra space. So it's like the 2-row, but with a little bit more space. But if money's no problem, I'm going after the Summit. Summit's a little bit more capable than this one, So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is Slay Edge Media. And like I said before, if you have any problems with inflammation, back pain, joint pain, any other little issues, you just want health and fitness knowledge, I suggest you check out my other YouTube channel, because I like to break down the science to help people understand, to be able to facilitate all these health benefits that are all around you. So if you don't know the health benefits of alkaline foods and you don't know the downside of acidic foods, you need to check out my YouTube channel. Free information that a lot of people are charging people just to understand. Also break down the science of daily fasting and the benefits of that as well. I'll catch you guys on the next one.